Hey everyone, it's Story here, and this is a... Really, Luca? And this is a get to know me tag. So I decided that instead of doing some sort of trailer for my channel, I would just do this get to know me tag, because it, I don't know, does the same thing. So obviously my name is Story, short for Story of My Life. And my channel is just basically a compilation of a bunch of stuff that I feel like doing, and here we are. First question is, what is your middle name? Well, it's Elisa. Elisa, actually. It's Italian. It's spelled like Alyssa, though. What is your favorite color? Purple. Who was your first best friend? That was this boy named David. I was in kindergarten and he was in first grade. And we originally met at the bus stop, and then his mom started babysitting me. So, how tall are you? 5'5" if I want to be. But my license says 5'4". Cats or dogs? Well, while I appreciate cats, I am slightly allergic to them, and I have 2 dogs, so I have to say dogs. Funniest moment throughout school? I'm gonna say high school, I guess. So I had this friend named Jasmine. She was a performing arts major in high school, and one of the funniest people I've ever met. And we were at this coffee house, well, before the coffee house at the high school, and we were setting up, and I just remember she was joking around with the mics, like singing along with music, and just dancing. And I actually have a couple videos of it somewhere. And I know I have some photos from that. That was like my senior year of high school, I think. Pretty sure. Number 7, how many countries have you visited? Not counting my own, 1. And it was Japan. Number 8, are you in/have you gone to college? Both is yes. I have an associate's degree in creative writing from a community college, and I am nearly finished with my bachelor's degree of fine arts in creative writing. Number 9, what was your favorite/worst subject in high school? My favorite was probably... It was either English or public speaking. But I'll go with like the not semester classes, I guess. So that would be English. I mean, I'm a creative writer, so duh. And my worst was probably PE/gym, because I never got along with the teachers, and I just didn't care, and I was not one of those people that really got competitive about sports, so I really didn't care. Number 10, what is your favorite drink? Alcoholic or non? Non-alcoholic, coffee. And alcoholic, literally any type of wine. Number 11, what is your favorite animal? Oh, that's really hard. Most probably would expect me to say a corgi, but I'm gonna say wolf. Wolves are my favorite animal. 12, what is your favorite perfume? That's a tough one. I'm not really a big perfume I don't really think about perfume too much. Like, if I like it, I'll buy it, and the only time I ever buy it is if I run out. I think my favorite has to be, I can't remember who makes it, but it's called Alien, and it's in like a purple bottle like this tall, and it has like gold accent to it. That has to be my favorite. Tea or coffee? Coffee, no question. What would you name your children? If it was a boy, Griffin, and if it was a girl, Sienna. 15, what sports do you play/have you played? Well, unless you count yoga as a sport, that's what I do now. I used to do cheerleading, basketball, and soccer. Just like throughout my life in general. I was never really a sports person, and I actually have a crooked finger from this one, from basketball. What is your favorite book? I don't know. I really don't know. That's really hard. I'm gonna go with presently what's my favorite book, and that would be It Ended Badly by Jennifer Wright. I bought it when I was doing some research for the web series, and I read the entire thing, and I really love it. It's about 13 of the worst breakups in history, and it was really enjoyable. She writes the way that I write, so it's pretty comedic but also informative, and it was really cool read to do. Who are some of your favorite YouTubers? Christina and Elijah, Jenna and Julian, Nick's Rising Industries, and when they existed, Parlay Productions. Number 18, what is your favorite movie? No question, The Lord of the Rings trilogy extended editions, which I watch monthly. Number 19, are you single or taken? I am presently single. 20. What's your idea of an ideal first date? I suck at that question, and I always will suck at that question. Either going to get coffee somewhere or brunch. I don't think I've done a coffee date before, but it wasn't the first date, and it wasn't in a place that was quiet that you could talk really. But I haven't done brunch as a first date, and I think that would be a really cool idea. How many girlfriends/boyfriends have you had? 3. Yeah, 3. Favorite memory from childhood? Okay. I suck at remembering things. I think one of the ones that always stuck with me, I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's just one that's always been in my mind. And that was, I don't even know how young I was. Really, it was before I moved, so it was before 2nd grade. And I lived in a development, so townhouses. Hold on, I'm sorry. Okay, no, not a spider, we're good. So we lived in this townhouse, and the development had little mini parks within it. And I just remember I'd always go exploring because everything was connected, so you could just go wherever you wanted. And there was this gazebo kind of thing set up, and you could well, I don't think you're supposed to do this, but I did anyway. But there's a I don't know what it's called, but an arbor, but bigger than just a singular one, and it had a bunch of ivy and stuff growing on top of it. And I just remember I always would go up there and on top of it, which in retrospect was definitely not safe, but it's just something that always stuck with me. And those specific instances of just being outside and just sitting still, I guess, even from when I was a young kid, was always pretty memorable for me. 23. Do you speak any different languages, and how well? I can understand Spanish pretty well. I can't really speak it too much unless I really think about it, because I haven't taken a Spanish class in a few years. But Italian I'm teaching myself, and that I would say I'm 10% fluent in. So I know a lot of the basic stuff, and I can kind of piece together things. I know that sometimes if I'm super duper tired, or if I drink too much, I'll start kind of saying random words in Italian. And there have been instances where I've been starting a sentence in speaking a sentence in English, and then I'll be trying to think of the right word, and then I'll think the word in English, then translate it into Italian, say the word in Italian, but that's not at all what I wanted to say. So I'm not really sure what my brain is doing. Do you have any siblings? Oh, it's complicated. I know I have at least one half brother. I have 3 stepbrothers as well, and I only talk to one of them. How would you describe your fashion sense? Changing. It really depends on the mood. Sometimes I will wear all black and a leather jacket with leather boots, or I'll be today where I'm kind of comfy, hipster indie, I don't know. And then other times I'll be super girly, or I can be super business casual. It really varies on the day and what I'm feeling that day. Today happens to be quite rainy, so I wanted comfortable. What is your favorite restaurant? There's an Italian restaurant named Molinari's within my town, and it's small, family owned, and I love their chicken franchise, and they are delicious. Charmed is one of my favorites. Really anything like Disney Channel from like early 2000s, late 90s, like stuff that I grew up with, like Kim Possible or Lizzie McGuire or what's the other one I'm thinking? That's So Raven. Like those shows are my favorites, and I would always watch them. I'm gonna count web series as TV in my person, because like I'm really into web series. So my favorites are definitely All for One, Carmilla, Lizzie Bennet Diaries. Honestly, anything that the Nyx Rising does, I adore. And they like have series, so I'm gonna count that as PC or Mac. PC. The only item of Apple that I've ever owned in my life is an iPhone. I have never had an iPod, and I've always just had Microsoft PC computers. So, what phone do you have? iOS. iPhone. What is your most commonly used swear word? Fuck. Pretty sure it's fuck. What is your star sign? I am a Taurus. Do you have a tattoo? I have 3. I have my wrist here. Oh my god. There. And then I have warrior here with a semicolon. And then I have one on my shoulder which says truth, change, beauty, and that's based off of a quote from Thoreau. When was the last time you cried? This weekend, because one of my best friends got married. So it was a happy cry. Who was your first celebrity crush? The farthest back I can remember is Orlando Bloom from Lord of the Rings. Like that era. I was always a Legolas fan. I'm gonna finish off with a pretty, I don't know, feelsy serious question. If you could give your younger self any advice, what would it be? Well, never give up what you're passionate about.